I'm showing you more of the wall there just because of the lovely prism effect of the crystals in the east-facing window. The day that I wrote this journal, though, it was cloudy. It was 4/7/2010. This was the first journal entry of that day. Mayan day was 3 Monkey. Connection to Anastasia. Ringing Cedars. This day dawns cloudy and overcast, but not my day, for it is lit by the inner light shining brightly. Already this morning, even before rising from the pillow, I've been bathing in tears of love and devotion. How so? I'm continuing to read the Anastasia series of books by Vladimir Megre, The Ringing Cedars. When you do this, you're changed. Well, that's the great potential anyway. I'm sure there's free will. Nothing compels. But at any rate, one gets to know both Anastasia and Vladimir, the author, of course, but also her 2 grandfathers, or rather, grandfather and great. These people are magnificent, untouched by society's garbage and nonsense. They are not held back, and they illustrate what mankind can be. It is amazing. Well, beyond amazing, actually. It goes off into some other dimension. So much so that many people consider them to be fictional. They're that great, that transcendent in their abilities beyond what current man can envision. We've had our vision terribly stripped and then messed with. Our minds have been the toy and the plaything of those with not so bright intentions. Okay, call a spade with evil intentions. That's just the way it is. I know it sounds harsh. Be in heart then to listen. All's beautiful always in heart. There's no fear there, no anger, no hatred. So, anyway, last night I read of her great-grandfather's demise. Like the old ones of yore, he went off into the woods, knowing he was going to die. Well, that the body would die. We never do. That's just myth. That we die? Purest nonsense. So, then this morning, my eyes opened. I'd great-grandfather in heart, wishing him gladness and great joy then, sharing with him all the love that's within. In this heart, this magical kingdom, where I can go, do, and be with the rest of the cosmos, and then do my dance in glorious freedom, share power and strength of this love with no fear and no shadow of doubt. Mankind's caged then, he can't take it. I must tenderly share, keeping in mind he can make it, for man has been stripped of this knowing that he's royalty, crown, scepter, and authority glowing right within his dear chest, waits his kingdom, his domain. It's ever been there, just awaiting his pleasure, awaiting his awakening to new day, to new kingdom, to new world, or to reign then whenever he will. Whenever untangles both will and intent, and seizes his power o'er them, or his entire life, and chooses to reign again, and take up his new life. It's waiting there for him, complete as can be. No going without will content him, but wait and let's see how long it will take him to ascend, take up the throne. Leave the mind hind, get over fascination with mind melodrone, for it has nothing or him, nor is it ladder to take his bright spirit to heights soaring wide, soaring far in that journey he makes with heart-centered vision, sitting there on his throne, with scepter in hand, where he's never alone, No, always well guarded in fortress of light, once he weaves it, and takes up his mighty power or life, or every and all that exists, he's the king then, can reign again, whenever he lists. But that's been the question for this mighty man, how long will he hang there, plaything in some other hand, a tool in the dark hand, to be played with at will? For long as man dawdles, he dangles, and do as they will, for man's been their plaything for ages, until he ne'er knows his power, he hid will and intent. He has great power o'er them, potentially, yet he must ascend then his throne and take back sovereignty. A necessary action, so take it he must, else bad guys will win, and man's hopes bite the dust of duality, enshrouded by nets. That's the way bad guys like it, the way they hold sway, but mankind can o'erwhelm them, can cut away nets, and all of the rest that's been used, calculatedly, yes, for their darkness is mental. That's where they hold sway. The mind is their playground, and they're better at it, so do and obey. That's what they command then, in hidden whisper control, for they've programmed us all and enthralled each one willing not to see what's been done, each one willing to get lost in technology's thrall, for that's how they do it. Their strength to hold sways hidden in messages our minds must obey. That's if we give o'er then our power to say, to sway our own life then, we but mumble, give in to their play. They've made cattle and sheeple of us. That's all we're good for in the dark one's eyes. We've no future by far, just to serve their dark purposes, to feed them until they gain ascendancy o'er us so firmly they will, for that's their will and intent, to reign over earth, all her creatures. We're just playthings, deliver their din, also dinner, for they're vampires, you see, energy vampires, for they've no true connection to light that we are. They lost light and heart long ago, so they wander in pain, darkness being their place, their domain. But we needn't toil for them, we needn't obey, but we must waken from sleep, or throw their heyday, take our power back, rule, and then cease to obey the dark overlord's wishes. We leave them in dust, for they cannot see light. They're blinded by their own evil dark. Enough then. It's enough. This will ring true with people who are centered in heart. They'll know what I'm saying, how true that it is. They'll resonate with this. We'll know our time's coming, and here it now is. Our time to shine has arisen. We're clothed in the light. All we need do is wish it, centered down and just reign. Kings and queens will arise then, take back o'er this place, restore our earth's full glory, reign o'er it as we're meant to be, for doing is over then, had its heyday until about destroyed earth our lesson fulfill. Let's no more await then some savior to rise, to come here and save us, prevent awful demise. Come out of your prison, my dear sister souls. Awaken to glory. It's yours for the taking. So grab and take hold. Go strengthen your spirit. In heart you must be. The start and the end's to be found there. So don't follow me. No, you've got your own throne to ascend, take minion. your very own kingdom to tend.